Welcome back, friends. Myself Rathod Vijay Baburao from Nagnath Arts, Commerce and Science College, Auna Nagnath. So, in the spectroscopy series lecture, here the remaining part of vibrational spectroscopy that we are going to learn. In this series, the rotational spectroscopy part, one short bit, namely isotopic effect, was remaining earlier, and from vibrational spectroscopy, the remaining part, namely determination of force constant, qualitative relation between force constant and bond energies, numerical on force constant. So this part we are going to deal with in this video series part. So this is short concept from rotational spectra. So isotopic effect, when we consider the isotopes, so when we study the rotational spectra part, if an atom in a molecule is replaced by its isotope, chemically the new molecule is not different from the original molecule in respect of electron distribution, internuclear distance and dipole moment. But because of the difference in mass of the isotope, the moment of inertia I of the molecule will change. So this means that if I increases, B will decrease. What do you mean by B? B is equal to h upon 8 pi square IC. As the energies or the wave numbers of the rotational levels are directly related to the value of B, the energies of the rotational levels will decrease. That is, the energy levels will come closer. As the spacing between the adjacent energy levels is equal to 2B, decrease in the value of B means the energy levels will come closer. So here, by studying the rotational spectra with isotopic substitution in molecules, we can find, or it is possible to calculate not only the atomic masses of the isotopes but also their relative abundances by comparing the absorption intensities. So isotopic effect helps in understanding the rotational energy phenomena or the change in the energy part by replacing the isotope of same compound. In the vibrational spectroscopy part, when we consider the application of study of infrared spectrum, now in the applications of study of infrared spectrum, or we can say vibrational spectroscopy, there are few applications where it is useful for studying the infrared spectroscopy, that is the calculation of moment of inertia and bond length, calculation of force constant, then calculation of equilibrium dissociation energy. So these are the different determination of force constant. So these are the different applications where the use of IR can be applied. Now considering the first application part, we can calculate moment of inertia and bond length. So various applications of infrared spectrum studied are: first, calculation of moment of inertia and bond length. The value of B is given by B is equal to h upon 8 pi square into I into C. Here frequency separation, that is delta nu bar is equal to 2B is equal to h upon 8 pi square IC. Thus, knowing the frequency separation, the moment of inertia and hence the anti-nuclear distance, that is bond length of a diatomic molecule, can be calculated. Second, calculation of force constant. Taking a simple case where a diatomic molecule may be considered as a simple harmonic oscillator, that is an oscillator in which the restoring force F is directly proportional to the displacement. In accordance with Hooke's law, we have F is equal to Kx. So when we label it as equation 21.49, where x is the displacement and is equal to the distance to which the atoms have been stretched, r minus equilibrium distance between the atoms Re, that is x is equal to r minus Re. Here k in equilibrium or in equation F is equal to Kx is called force constant. So this value, thus if x is equal to 1 centimeter, then K will be is equal to minus F. Hence, force constant can be defined as the restoring force per unit displacement or per centimeter of a harmonic oscillator. It is found to be related to the equilibrium vibrational frequency omega E in per second according to the equation. So when we label this as omega E is equal to 1 upon 2 pi in bracket k into k upon mu square root per second. So where mu is the reduced mass of the system. To convert the frequency mu E from per second to per centimeter, we divide by velocity of light c. Thus W E is equal to 1 upon 2 pi c k upon mu square root per centimeter. So label this as equation number 21.51. To calculate k, equation 21.51 can be rewritten as follows: k minus 4 pi square omega E square omega, or k is equal to 4 pi square omega E square m1 m2 upon m1 plus m2. Label these as equation number 21.52, where m1 and m2 are masses of the oscillating atoms. Thus, knowing vibration frequency omega E and the masses of the atoms of the diatomic molecule, the force constant K can be calculated. Note that omega E is in per second. It is found that force constant increases almost directly with the multiplicity of the bond as given below. Here bond and force constant in dynes per centimeter values are given. Thus multiplicity of a bond can be predicted from the value of the force constant. For example, the force constant for C triple bond O in carbon monoxide is 18.6 into 10 to the power 5 dynes per centimeter, whereas the force constant for C is equal to 0 in carbon dioxide is 15.2 into 10 to the power 5 dynes per centimeter. This result confirms that CO2 has resonating structures containing both carbon oxygen double bond and carbon oxygen triple bonds. That is, we write O C single bond triple bond O, or O double bond C double bond O, or O triple bond C single bond O. Calculation of equilibrium dissociation energy. The equilibrium dissociation energy of a diatomic molecule is given by dE is equal to omega E upon 4xe. So this is the dissociation energy when it is measured from the bottom of the Morse potential energy curve. The true dissociation energy is however measured from the ground level V is equal to 0 and is given by D0 is equal to omega E upon 4xe minus half omega E into 1 minus half xe. So label this as equation number 21.54. Here the different equation numbers are given as per the topic from the reference books. So you can rewrite them as 1, 2, 3 onwards. Now when we consider these, so as I had said here, equation 21.52 is helpful, equation 21.51 is helpful, equation 21.50 is helpful for the calculation of force constant. So let us see one numerical part which is related with our syllabus part. So the group absorption frequency delta nu bar is related to the force constant K of the bond and the reduced mass mu of the group according to the appropriate relation. Delta nu bar is equal to half pi c into square root of K upon mu. That is delta nu bar increases with increase in force constant and decreases with increase in reduced mass. Let us see one numerical which is solved here. Calculate the force constant for the bond in HCl from the fact that the fundamental vibration frequency is 8.667 into 10 to the power minus 13 per second. Here the values of M1 for hydrogen atom, M1 for Cl atom are given. So we can place it, and we knew the formula for reduced mass nu is equal to m1 into m2 divided by m1 plus m2. Here the value comes out to be 1.6277 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg. Also it is given that omega value is 8.667 into 10 to the power minus 13 per centimeter, and K value is also given. So we knew, or we have to calculate this K value here. So when we simplify this, so the value comes out to be 483.1 Newton per meter square. There are another example which is unsolved here. For example, example number 3, the force constant of HF molecule is 970 Newton per meter. So calculate the fundamental vibrational frequency and 0 point energy. So another example is the calculate the fundamental frequency equation, or example number 1, the hydrogen halides have the following fundamental vibrational frequencies. HF value is given, HCl value is given, HBr value is given, HI value is given. So we here calculate the force constant of the hydrogen halogen bonds. Means here there are 3 examples related where we can find out, or we have to calculate the force constant of the hydrogen related attached halogen atom. So this was about the vibrational spectra isotopic effect. So let us consider the another part in the next video.